Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today I just scrambled through that. Just roll with it. Today's episode is Just Roll with It. You decide live. This is not the normal series. This is a one episode, one off live episode. Yeah, it's not live, but it was recorded live in front of a live studio audience, and also performed with pretty much the world able to affect the results of what happens in the episode. If you're not clear of what this is, we've already looked at the shorts, I think, and the regular series. This is, I think, the last one out of all the things that are just called Just Roll With It. This is from 2019, yes, before the pandemic, because when the little girl starts hoarding toilet paper to use on Halloween to toilet paper houses, well, we know that's before they were so precious. So, in this, it's 52 minutes long. And yes, it's a Halloween episode. It's in front of a live studio audience, and they all, like they usually do, basically, it's a sitcom of a blended family, a mother and daughter, father and son. Mom and dad get married, and they all have very clashing personalities, and craziness reigns. But the two adults probably have spent a good amount of time in L.A. improv scene or elsewhere around, but they're improv people, and the kids, well, they're Disney kids. So I'm not sure how much else the experience they had outside of Disney, school plays and things like that. But they are given a plot line, and they act through the entire story. And there's a beginning, middle, and end. But at different points during the script, a foghorn goes off and everything stops. The crew comes onto the stage and everything else. They kind of all. It usually happens at a kind of a cliffhanger line type moment that could lead to anything. And in that moment, they tell the audience it's time to press a button that they have in front of them or something and vote as to, from like 3 or 4 things, sometimes down to even maybe 2 things, as to what will happen next. And the cast is given a slightly altered script at that point, and they also then have to react naturally, even though they have no idea what is actually going to happen beyond some of the little tweaks to the script. Say if it's a different line or something that kicks off the next scene, they don't know. Depending on what the vote is, they could be splattered with pumpkin guts, like right here, or shot with sparks or something. I don't know. Anyway, there's lots of different things that can happen throughout this thing, and there's 3 major moments in this episode that, again, because it's fully live and they can't really cut to other things, they have a dancing person in a dinosaur outfit. He's a technical difficulties dinosaur, I think, and he just sort of fills the screen when something goes wrong in the event that it would happen. And he only gets a very small moment in this, and it's just to make use of him. So but yeah, so what makes it special is the fact that people using their Disney app and online, they could choose what happens next. You cannot. You're totally passive in this. You can only watch it because it's already happened 3 years ago. And yeah, so the acting on this is very sitcom-y, of course. It's very sitcom-like acting, but it also tests the limits of their improv abilities, especially the adults who like I said, have been probably well versed in this throughout their acting careers. I've seen each of them in other things. Susie Barrett and Toby Wyndham. They play Rachel Bennett and Byron Blatt. And the kids are Raymond Reed as Owen and Caitlin Heyman as Blair. So, yeah, there's a bunch of guest appearances here and there. I couldn't bring up the actual episode here on my tablet, so I can't exactly know all the other extra names of certain people. They're Disney stars, but the biggest one, of course, is somebody that goes beyond the Disney realm, but pretty much grew up in it. It's Raven-Symone. So she makes a special appearance in this as kind of the villain in this episode, and she gets to just chew the scenery, just she could do it. She's funny, and she could just go big, and she is really good at playing kind of a threat to the family as they mock her early in the episode for what she believes she is, and so yeah, it's all sorts of craziness. So you get to see it. The fun part for me is just to see how the behind the scenes stuff works. And yes, I know a lot of this is very much staged. It's very much everybody having to react to something that's probably not real, or I can't explain it. But yeah, there's obvious elements to this that can't be too completely random, but it is still makes for a fun thing. It's not the kind of thing that I'm going to watch all the episodes on. I've watched one, so I think I watched one when I saw the original series, and I watched this, which is like the equivalent of 2 episodes. So yeah, there's guest appearance. We just had the Coop and Cammy. The Cammy girl, she makes an appearance. She's one of the hosts of the episode, along with some other kids, a boy and a girl that I don't recognize. It's just a lot of screaming tweens, so there's only so much a man can handle. It's yeah, and the audience is just full of children with their parents who literally have famous people that they know standing in front of them, but they're looking at the cameras above their heads the whole time to see that they're on TV. That, oh, look, there's a famous person that's right down there, but I'm looking at the TV. I've been on Conan in the audience, and I know everybody does that too, so it's not unusual. So anyway, if just roll with it as your thing, obviously you're gonna want to catch this, even if you didn't see it back in 2019. I don't know how well this kind of thing is going to age, but I think they're all done with these shows. I think the series has ended after like 2 or 3 seasons, and yeah, it's good, crazy fun, but it can be a little annoying when it's kind of jerky in its inconsistency. If you're wanting a story, well, this is not for you. There's a story, but the thing that might annoy some people, I kind of love. I like to see at least a semblance of the behind the scenes stuff. You get to see the actors having to sort of really react to some of the craziness, and some of it is actually very real because it doesn't make them necessarily look cool or good. Like, they don't handle it well all the time, which is natural. So that's good. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
483.
483. I think that's in the thes. Shows and movies that start with the. 483. Come on. Almost there. Yep, I was right. Oh, wow. Classic. We're getting out of the documentaries and live series and all the other stuff. We are going to actually watch a 1959 classic. I think I've seen this one. It's been a long time. We're watching The Shaggy Dog. Yep. The Shaggy Dog? I think we already watched The Shaggy DA, right? Yeah, I think we watched The Shaggy DA a long time ago. But we're watching The Shaggy Dog, I think the original of the series of Shaggy man transforming into dog stories from Disney. So there we go. The Shaggy Dog on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.